Hello everybody, happy hump day! This is Ken with Ken Knows Gambling. This episode in this series is brought to you by a member, Icon Holdings. Icon Holdings. Thanks for being a member and thanks for all your support to this channel. I went ahead and cut some sleeves off of another shirt. There is no gravity. Gambling sucks. This is at my store. Just go to kenknowsgambling.com. I got a bunch of cool stuff over there. Also, too, I'm going to have to say this for the next few videos. I wrote that book about my envelope system. I've given it to all my members. And if you want to be a member, every new member will get a free copy of that book. Or go to my website again, and there's a link to my store. You can download it instantly over there. Or you can just say, hey, I appreciate you, and do a PayPal little tip thing, and I can do that too. Doesn't matter. Either way you want to do it, I think it's a good book for you. Okay. Other than that, I think we're solid. What are we doing? Let's take a peek. It's time for Jimmy Mastery's Star Wars. And we're going for 8. This is the 8th level of it. And, $1,500. It is a right side strategy. And so let's put the pressure on it. It made 7 when we were at like $1,000. Now it's its first attempt at $1,500. Let's see what it can do. Remember, all strategies will go down sooner or later. Best bet in all the world is never to make the first bet because gambling sucks. And I got my $5,600 bankroll. We're going to come out at the $60 level. And then play just like we're supposed to. So here we go. These are off. There's a 3. Let's see if we can make 1,500. There's a 4. Alright, we're on. And there's a 2. And there's an 8. So that'll pay 70. Like so. We're going to pick up the 9. Pocket 20. Okay, there's a 10, which we don't have yet. You could have waited until I had one, buddy. There's a 4. That's the point. And these are off now. This is Jimmy Mastery's Star Wars, level 8. Going for 1,500. There's a 10. Now there's the 9. We do have that, so there's 70. And we'll pop the 5 now. Add 20. So we've got to add 40 so far. Now we do have 120, but every win cuts into this. This is profit, and that's a good thing, right? So here we go. And there's a 6. That's a good thing. That'll give us 70. Alright. And now, you know you're up. So, like Jimmy says, you can stop at any point that you want to. But I'm going to try to put everything through its paces. So, just understand, you got to use your head. Because if I brought all this back, I'd be at bankroll reset and I could start over. But really, the decent thing about this strategy, as you spread, your chances of getting hit are better. But at the same time, your chances of getting knocked down with a 7 are just as real. So, anyway, enough of that. And there's a 7, just exactly what I was talking about. Now, we're going to do his 3 chance thing. It's just that I started at this level. So, to me, that's level 1. Now we're going to chance number 2. And then we'll look at everything when we get done. Alright, 7, boink, these are off. 9, 10, 6, there's 70. And that's the cool thing about it is when the 7 goes down, you're not losing all that. You don't want to, but you're only losing here minus the 20s that you take. So you're not losing I guess as much as you think you are when it does go down. But we got to make $1,500 fucking dollars. There's the 8. And that's the fucking truth. So there is 70. We'll pick up the 5. There's the 6. There's 70. And we're behind. So we're going to have to do what we got to do. Run the strat out. There's the 10. That's $100. Pick that up. Bring 50 back. Here's the big one. This is the big one. The big one. And there's the 7. Ain't that weird how that works? And you can't stop it. You can't stop that 7. We'll go to the 3rd chance now. And then we'll pop this thing up. Okay. And an 8. I'm still racking some of those, you know. That's the sneaky part. There's the 3. There's a 10. Another 10. A 6. There's 70. Again, let's pocket another 20. We'll go with the 5 this time. And there's the stupid 7. You got to keep in mind, even when you're minimizing things, it's still a right side strategy, any way you want to look at it. So now we got to go to level 2, and we started, I should go to 75, but I'm not. We're going to go ahead and go to the 100 level. I can do 3 chances there. Alright, they're off. There's an 11. Six. That'll be the point. 10. Boy, a lot of 10s today. Another 10, back to back, bunch of 10s. There's 12. 3. 8. Alright. So that's 140. Alright. We're going to put 100. I should put the 100 on the 10. That's what I should do. Work out, come in, but we'll see how it works out. There's a 6, that's the point. There's 140. Alright, we'll put that 5 out there. Grab these are off, because the point was hit. 12. 12, back to back. 10. 8. 11. 5. That's 140. Now we're going to pop that 10. A 7. Seems like they just come when they're wanting. Yeah, it's enough to drive you crazy. Alright, we're going to come back out at the same level. Second chance at this level. Alright, here we go. We haven't been able to get all the way across yet. So, there's an 8, that's 140. But we're pocketing $40 now every single hit. So 40 is 80, you know, cutting into that as much as we can. We just need it to do its thing one time. There's the 8, that's another 140. Actually, yeah. Pick up the 5. We did get to that one time, and then it 7'd us. There's a 10. We keep rolling those 10s when we're not on them. There's a 3. There's the 5. That's 140. Here's where we get blocked up. I'm going to get that 10 again. There's a 4. You dog. There's the 6. That's the point. That's 140. Alright, we're going to hit that 4. We're going to pocket this. We're going to run the gambit because we're behind and just pray we can get it. We got, these are off. There's the 10. Why didn't you wait just a second there, dog? And there's a 6. We're going to actually do it this time. So that's 125, 35, 40. Now we get to bring this shit down. Bring it down, clown. And then we'll see where we're at. And then that'll tell us the next move. And let's go here. Let's see how many reds we got. That's $100 for a fact. There's 50 more. So that's another 100. So that little exercise, we go back to the first one. We're up $410. All right, we're at 30. Yeah, 4 and 8, 9, probably 25%. Yeah, we're gonna stick with this. All right, let's start over. Actually the 6 hit. Where were we? Over there on the 10? We're on. It wasn't a 7, we hit it, so here we go. Alright, there's the 7. Get a point. There's a 4. Now you could have waited for that 7 for sure, which is probably the thing you should do. But I didn't, so there. Gotta live with your choices, man. There's a 5. There's a 9. This first hit, because there's only 2 numbers there. There's the 7, you know, and then it gets better as you go out. But you gotta get that 6 or 8 first. Alright. Now we're going to go to the 3rd. But I think me starting here and then jumping to black, it's either going to really, really help us or it's going to beat my ass. It's one or the other. I think we'll be alright. But as you watch me do it, you get to see what you would, what you wouldn't do. And it's all about lessons that you learn. That's the deal. All right, here we go. This is the third chance of this level. There's the 7, so the third chance bites the dust. All right, now we're gonna go to the next level. Let's go ahead and get us a point of 4. Whoop. All right, here we go. There's a 5, a 9, a 7. Now the 7s are going to come hot. That was that. Yeah, we're on our second chance already of this level. There's a 5. Point. 9. 9. Sometimes I'll roll 6s and 8s all day long, and sometimes they're non-existent. It's really funny. There's a 7. 9. I think I got it tight somewhere down there. There's an 8. We get that. That's 140. Let's pick up the 9. There's a 3. There's another 9. That's the point. That's 140. Let's pick up the 5. All right. Off. There's the 8. And there's the lousy 7. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, this will be the third at this level. There's a 3. We've only really got to complete this thing once so far. There's a 9. There's a 4. Because the 6s and 8s ain't coming like I want them to. There's an 11. There's the 8. That's 140. Alright, let's grab the 9. There's a 5. Come on now. Yo, 11. There's the 9. That's 140. Pick up the 5. Pocket 40. Let's get another point. If there's a 7 out there, you want it right about then. Alright. And there's a 6. That's 140. Let's pick up the 10. That seems to be the hotter of the 2. Fucking 7. Jeez, oh Pete, man. Alright, that's it for that one. Now we're going up. Alright. What am I doing here? Hold on, momentary brain fart. Gotta cap them. 240. Alright. Let's get a point. 5. 9. Gotta get that first hit. 4. Because right now we got 10 shots. 5 and 5 of hitting it. And that's it. All the other numbers. There's a 4. As we spread, it gets better. Another 4. But it's staying outside, man. It's really not. And there's the 7. Alright, that's one. Let's go to the second one. There's a 5. This will put the pressure we're putting on it. It'll give it a good chance to do whatever it's going to do. There's a 5. 8. 4. 7. Go to the last chance at this level. All right. Nine. 4. A lot of outside numbers, man. 7. It's just outside, outside, smack. Outside, outside, smack. This is level 1 here. Alright, here we go. Let's dip in. This will be second level. Another, yeah, because that was a 7. 5. Outsides, man. Outside, outside, 7 is the trend. Another outside. Another outside. Another outside. Another outside. And what it's doing is it's burning up your opportunity. The 7's looming now. It's been enough rolls. And then even if you get one of these, you know, that 7 is always looming. There's a 6. 240 is going to be 280. And we're going to put 200 on the 5. Now it just needs to continue, but that 7 is looming. There's another outside. There's an inside. That's going to be 280. Now we'll pop the 9. We need this to see itself through. There's an 11. There's a 5. That's 280. If we can pop a 4, if we can pop a 10, I won't have to worry about that one so much because we're down, right? If not, we may have to just see it through. There's the 10. That's what I was asking for. So, since we hit the 10, and we're going to get 400, we're going to bring this shit back so we can see where we're at. Very important. We know I'm coming down to at least the 100 level. I know that for a fact. Alright, first thing I want to do is get this one back. Alright, I still got $2,000 here to put up, so we're still probably 1,000 behind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the first level of, let's see, I go 50 and then 100. $50s, and then I skip to 100. Yeah, I want to come down to that level. 10 is, yeah, 5 is still the point. I'm going to wait for a 7. There's a 6. This is when it'll probably go on a zillion roller, but there's a 9. There's an 8. You can't outguess these fucking dice, man. I'm sorry. 7. Alright. We're going to come back to the 100 level. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Point is a 9. I've been hitting a lot of 9s too. Let's just get inside to start with. No, 9 again. 10. Outsides are popping. I think the golden ticket carousel would be just fucking cranking it right now. There's an 11. Another 11. And a 7. We'll go to here. Matter of fact, we're going to change price. Go red. There's a 6. Not that that actually means anything, but let's just try. No, 7 just as fast. Well, when the 7s just start circling like buzzards, man, there ain't much you can do about it. Alright, now we're going to this level. Last chance at this level. 8. Another outside 10, man. 2. 11. All the numbers that ain't supposed to roll, but every blue moon are cranking it. 6. 140. Pick up that 9. 7. Shit. That was it for that one. Now we're coming up to the $200 level. Whoops, what did I just drop? Alrighty, here we go. It's hot in this room. There's an 11. There's a 7. 7s need to get done for a minute. Another 7. Another 7. There's 3 7s in a row. Good. Get it out of your system, guys. 11s and 7s. Oh. There's a 4. Alright, let's go on a little mini run here, man. There's a 9 outside. There's a 3. Horn. There's a 4 outside. They're off. 2. 4 outside. 4s and 10s. 7. It's unbelievable, man. No, it's not unbelievable. It just is what it is. Alright, let's go for the second chance at that level. Alright. 7. Fuck these dice too. Let's do 2 different blues. What the fuck? 11, it just don't matter. 10. I'm gonna have to go turn my air on, man. Hot. There's a 5. Let me go turn my air on. Oh my gosh. It'll get loud, sorry. I'm starting to sweat. Oh, maybe that'll be our, get some clean air in here. Get some stuff moving here. 6, there we go. That's 280. We're gonna pick up the 9. Let's have a little run here. There's a 3. 5. Shit, another 10. 3. 8. 11. When you roll more 11s and 4s and numbers that shouldn't be rolled more than 6 a day, you know it's going to be a long day. There's a 5. There's a 3. I've rolled more 2s, 3s, 12s, 11s than 6s and 8s. And that's just opposite of what should happen. But them 7s are sure coming. Alright, last chance at this level. Okay, they're off. 6, 6. That's 280. I'm going to pick up the 10 this time. I should have done that a long time ago. Let's get a number. There's a 4. I think I'll go outside in this time. Shit, it don't matter when the 7s come though, does it? It just don't matter. Alright, now we're going to go to the next level. Let me get $2,000 in blacks. That's all I need there is 3. Oh, I lost that 2. I pay $350. Alright, here we go. $8. There we go. And 3, I pay $350. Let's pick up the 5. There's an 8. $350. Let's pick up the 9. We got a long way to go, boys. 8. There they come. $350. Pick up the 10. There's a 5. That's $420. Now let's pick up the 4. Let's see if we can make this work for the second time. Here we go. 11. 2. 9. Alright, that's $420. And we did. But that's only the second time. This is still hot. Y'all remember that. Alright. Let's see here. That's $2,000. We can get our blue back. This is how I see what I'm doing. This goes there, so I'm down 1,000. Actually, if I take, let's get another 5. Down 5, 6, 7. I'm down 5. 5 and some change. So we definitely, we're coming back down to the 100 level. I'm not waiting. Alright, here we go. No, I was at the 3. I'm coming down to the next. I'm just coming down. Alright, 5 is still hot. There's a 2. 12. 2 and 12. Nine. Fucking 7. they're off. This is the second one. 12. 5. What are we learning? Oh, there's like 2 lessons I'm hoping you guys learn. I can't tell you. But when we have that Q&A at the end, there's a 9. I hope y'all are getting what you're seeing. There's a 10. 8. That's 280. Let's get that 9. 6. 2. 80. Get to 5. And that's fucking 7. His third chance. All right. Another 9. I think that's been the point that's hit more than anything. And 5. A 9. 6. 2. I've rolled more 2s than 6s and 8s. And a 7, of course. Man, you just start getting a little headway, man. Then bam. Now we're at the 2 level. No, we're at the 3 level. 51, 2. I'm sorry. No, I think I did 2 by accident. Let's go to 3. Okay. 6. 4. 8. 350. Pick up the 9. 3. 7 out. I hope you guys are learning a big lesson. Big lesson. I can't tell you about it yet, but I mean it's fucking huge, man. All right. Four, 5, 9. And just because something is supposed to hit more than others doesn't mean it freaking will. Alright, there's 350. Pick up the 5 this time. There's the 10. 6. 6. 350. Picking up the 9. 5. 12. Fucking 7. A good old right side strategy. Now we gotta go. Shit. Third chance. Alright, here. 8. 7 out. Alright. Now we're going up to 4. That'd be 420, wouldn't it? 120, 120, 480. Yeah, that's 480. Which would be a 560 hit. Alrighty. 7, we're off. 4. 9. 5. 3. I mean, the outside's way more than inside. 9s. 8. That is a 560. And we're going to do 400. Whoops. Alright. 7 out. Can't stop it, man. You cannot fucking stop the Savage. Not when they want to come. I don't even know if I have enough. Well, this will be it for the Star Wars. If they don't come back from here, it's over. Ain't that a lot of pressure on that, huh? There's a 6, 480, it's 560. Get it in black. Threes, way more horn numbers than we want. There's a 4. More 4s and 10s than 6s and 8s, for sure. Way more. There's and 11s and 12s and horns. It's unbelievable, man. 10s. That is staying outside. 11s. There's the 9. That's 562. 7 fucking out. That's it. It goes down right now. But that's the whole point. Now, please let me say this. Any one of these that's going to go down, and they all have to go down sooner or later. That's just by design. And I told you guys a long time ago, when these go down, you can't look at this entirely on the strategy. You can't. Because as we put more pressure on it, well, there's lessons in there as we put pressure on it. When we have our Q&A, I'm going to puke out all this shit I want you to learn. I just can't tell you. You have to learn it on your own. And so it's not an indictment on this strategy. It's not. So I don't want you to think it is. Because it's actually a pretty good strategy. But one of the quick lessons is what the 7 can do to a light side strategy. We say it all the time. But every time, every one of these going down is a light side strategy. Let's see. The Dixie Hard, light side strategy. And then all the other ones were light side strategies. Now we're going to see what happens to the rest of them. But I'm just hoping you guys are picking stuff up. So when we have our Q&A, we can all puke this shit out. Good lessons in here, man. Good lessons. What the hell? Alright, there's another one that bites the dust. We're left with Wayland's Uptown Downtown Press. Wayland's Don't Pass All Day. What I call my DC ladder. It ain't mine, it's just the one that I claim. And then the Golden Ticket Carousel. That's next. That's our next strategy. So, but again, don't feel sad. Don't be pissed off. The way I've designed this whole series, they gotta calm down sooner or later. All right, now got to go back to the envelopes. So $5,620 minus 200 equals minus 150 equals minus 25 equals minus 20. Oh, what the fuck? Let's do it this way. It's easier. 200 plus 150 plus 25 plus 20. It's 395. 5620 minus 395. We lost $5,250. $5,250. Actually, 53, because the bank still has to get $100, no matter what. So it's 53.25. We'll say we lost. So I got to get 53.25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 53. Whoops. This has got to be quarters. It doesn't matter. Just put the rack back together. I've totally lost what I'm doing, man. I didn't take. Well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make this. I'm sorry. I'll make it in the bank's favor. No big deal. We lost $5,325. That's all there is to it. Alright, I'm going to put this back. I put my rack back. I owe this $53.25. So, let's take out a fund and grab $53.25. There's 1, 2. I can't do it out of fund. I'm going to do it out of excess. $53.25. 55. We'll give them 55, 53.25, 54.25, 55. I get 100 back. That's it. Came out of excess this time. Thank God for my envelopes. And you saw, even though I lost, I need to put the bank still has to get its money. All right, there it is, y'all. Lots and lots of lessons. You guys take notes of the lessons that you're learning, and when we do our live Q&A, we'll bring it all to light. So I know some people are going to be unhappy, but don't be unhappy. This is not an indictment on these strategies. Please believe me, really and truly. It's fun to see who will win, but that's not the ultimate lying goal. Just know that, okay? So, anyway, till the next time, be great. See you, bye.